Hey guys, Spirit of the Law here. I want to show off an absolutely incredible Age of Empires website that I'm really excited about. To set it up first, some of you know I've had some fun designing overpowered civilizations by mixing and matching existing bonuses, doing 2 different videos on that, and then also having the AI play them all against each other. In that game, the bonuses were done using triggers in the scenario editor, because actually making properly modded civilizations takes a lot of time and technical knowledge, and in general, custom civilizations have never been accessible for the vast majority of players. Until now. Someone named Krakenmeister has made a website that does all the behind-the-scenes technical work for you, allowing anyone to make their own civilization in just a few minutes, and then actually play it against the AI or your friends. So for this video, I thought we'd go through and make a few civilizations, and I'll show you exactly how fun and simple the whole process is. So to get started, all you have to do is click Build Civilization, and click Build Civilization again, and here you get to make your flag. So your civilization's actually going to show up in the list with all the other ones in alphabetical order. So this is actually going to be there. You're really going to see this. And I think for the first civilization, we're going to go with the Elves. Going to make an archer civilization here first. So you can see you get a ton of different symbols you can pick. And I think he said that he's going to be adding more later. So I'm just going to go through and, actually I guess I can show you. There's a couple things you can change the division of them. There's like the overlay. Like you have a lot of different options here that you can customize this exactly how you want. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to pick something that I think looks kind of elvish. Okay, so not too exciting, but we got the green in there, we got the tree. That seems pretty elvish to me. And elvish architecture. I'm thinking Mediterranean, because if you see pictures of Rivendell, like it's really got that sort of Mediterranean white building look. So that's what I'm gonna go with. Pretty simple. And if we move on, the next page we come to is the tech tree. So you notice that we have down at the bottom, we have our points spent. We also have numbers beside all of them. For example, if I want bloodlines, that's gonna cost me 7 points. Something that every civ has, like Scout Cavalry, is only going to be 1. And so you go up and you're like, all right, so I want the Cavalier. Do I really need Paladin? Like, that's 9 more points. Now, there is no hard cap on it, but the creator says somewhere between 200 and 250 points. You can kind of decide, do you want this to be a more generalist civ, go for maybe a 250 point maximum, or do you want this to be a very specialized civ and give yourself 200? I think in this case, I'm just going to copy the Mayan tech tree as they're already sort of an archer civilization, and then I don't have to worry about all that stuff. So with that, you can see that I've spent 240 points, so that's just what the Mayan tech tree is, which actually seems kind of high considering that the entire stable is blocked out. Okay, so next, what we do, of course, is you gotta pick your civ bonuses. So, this is a lot. It's a lot to take in, and maybe your first time using this, it's kind of slow, but there's a few little tricks you pick up as you read through it. One thing that makes this a lot easier to follow is that it's grouped by civilization. So here we have cheaper town centers, we have more range on our foot archers, and notice you do have relevant symbols here to kind of help out. And you have the shepherds working faster. So these are the Britain's bonuses. So if you can find even one bonus from a civilization, they're actually grouped together in that way. So I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna pick, you can pick up to 6. So I'm gonna pick 6 good archery bonuses here for our elves. All right, so I got that all done. So we've got more range on the archers, classic Britain bonus. I think we need that. We're gonna do faster working lumberjacks. That's great for getting archery ranges out early, and it's gonna help in the late game too. And I got faster firing archers. I've got the Mayan discount. I've also got this one. This isn't actually in the game, but it's just an extra one he's thrown in. That fletching bodkin arrow embracer for free. I think that is pretty overpowered sounding. We could also do the archer line upgrades for free, but I think as soon as you make your first archer, they've already got fletching. Like, that's so good. And also another new one that doesn't exist in the game, and I actually think this should have been a Vietnamese bonus, is that the archer line moves faster. So we're gonna get plus 5% speed per age. If we don't have cavalry, we're gonna make our archers the next best thing. So next what we do is you get to pick a unique unit, and I don't know, I'm kind of torn between plumed archers, longbowmen. What else might we do? I guess we could do rattan archer. I think I'm just gonna go plumed archer. I mean, it kind of fits the whole like elvish thing, I think. And then we get to pick our Castle Age unique tech. Now, I learned through experience that you don't want to give First Crusade to multiple civilizations that have different unique units, as that kind of confuses it. So I'm actually just gonna avoid that one. And I guess we could do yeoman. Oh no, never mind. Obviously, we're gonna do Commandron. Obviously, we're gonna replace all our archers. Our OP archers are only gonna cost wood. That's perfect. And let's think for this one. Yeah, I gotta think about this one for a sec. Okay, so one that might be kind of funny is we could give Logistica to our unique unit, because it doesn't specify Cataphract, it says your unique unit. So we could have plumed archers that deal 5 damage, ignoring armor to any unit around them when they fire. I think that'd be kind of funny, but no, I think we're just gonna go Flemish Revolution. I mean, that kind of fits like the Elvish, you know, they all seem to be excellent warriors. So I think that's probably good. And if we're getting overrun by cavalry or something, I think this is a pretty solid way to try to end the game. There isn't really a great archer one here, to be honest. Okay, and finally, team bonus. I think we have to go archery range, don't we? The Britons bonus? Is there any other good one? Ooh, actually... Okay, actually I talked myself into it. We're gonna go with the foot archers attack against buildings. So that's all of it. So now what we do is we just hit finish and we're gonna save that file, and then we can go back and we can make more. And then at the end, I'll show you, you can put all of them together into just one single mod. So I'll just do that, just finish and save. Okay, so now we're back to the main page. So we're gonna go in and now let's build, I think we're gonna do a cavalry civ. I'm gonna keep the, I think that's how you spell it. I'm gonna keep the same concept of Lord of the Rings here. So I'm gonna go through, we're gonna do the ultimate cavalry civ. That's perfect, I love that. Okay, I'm just gonna do the flag here real quick. All right, I don't know, this kind of looks like Hot Wheels to me. Maybe something a little more muted. All right, I think this is what I'm gonna go with. Still kind of reminds me of Hot Wheels. All right, and for the tech tree, I think I'm just gonna go with the Spanish because Rohan's not gonna have, oh, Rohan would have step lancers though. Okay, I'm gonna do the Spanish, but then I'm also gonna give him step lancers. All right, and there you can see 299 points, but it kind of makes sense. Spanish have one of the most open tech tree, and I also gave them step lancer as well for an extra 6 points there. But yeah, Spanish have basically everything, man. It's crazy. All right, so now I gotta pick 6 cavalry bonuses here. I think we're really gonna double down. I mean, there's some really interesting new ones that he's done that are like step lancers, step lancer upgrades for free. I think there's one in here as well that gives a special, I can't find it now, but there's one that gives a special upgrade. Oh, maybe it was a team bonus. That's what it was, is a team bonus. It gives you royal step lancers, or royal lancers. So, all right, I'm actually getting kind of excited for a step lancer civ here, because you could have him attack 33% faster, do 10 extra damage against villagers, and have extra pierce armor. I mean, that's pretty good. But no, I went the more traditional route. So we've got more HP, well, basically the Franks HP bonus. And remember that we're still gonna have bloodlines, so we kind of get double that effect. We're also gonna have cheaper stable units. We're gonna take half damage from all of our counters. We're gonna start with 150 extra food. And wheelbarrow handcart, that's gonna be so good for transitioning into Castle Age quickly, because you're gonna be making a lot of farms if you're going scouts and knights. And then also stable technologies cheaper, so that's gonna make Paladin a lot easier. Now there are other ones you could do. You could do like Cavalier upgrade in Castle Age. That would be interesting. I think there's another free one here. I can't remember where it was, but yeah, like this one's really interesting. You could have scouts have +4 attack versus stone defenses. So if somebody goes for a stone wall, surprise. I love this one too, stone walls in Dark Age. For somebody who just loves to play very defensively. And there's another really cool one here too, where you can build monasteries in the feudal age, but conversions take longer and they can't pick up relics. I mean, I could actually see that being added to a civilization. Like there's some great ideas here. Now I'm wondering if I should get the cavalry armor upgrades for free. I mean, there's so many good bonuses. You can only pick 6, right? Now I'm happy with what we got. Okay, next I have to think of a unique unit. I think I'm gonna go with the Cataphract, not necessarily because it's completely overpowered, but because with the Sicilian bonus in there as well, they cannot take bonus damage from any existing unit in the game. So that sounds pretty sweet to me. So for Castle Age unique tech, I think we have to go stirrups for the faster cavalry attack. I mean, how great would it be to have First Crusade and to bust out 35 Cataphracts that can't take bonus damage in the middle of Castle Age? But like I said, that one's a little bit too bugged, unfortunately. Yeah, okay, I think that's fine. Stirrups, I mean, it makes sense. Faster attacking cavalry. And so we could have more attack against buildings. That's okay. I think Fremba's probably the best choice. Chivalry is not bad, but Chivalry was better in Castle Age than in Imperial. So I think we're just going to go with Farimba, beef up our stats there. So last, we need our team bonus. So we could go Knight Line of Sight. That'd be pretty good. Oh, honestly, Scout Line of Sight is so nice in the early game. And we probably will be opening with Scouts with this Civ, I would think. Alright, I think I'm overthinking this one. I think we just go with the Scout plus 2 Line of Sight. It's going to be great for Scout Rush and the start of the game. So there we go. Rohirrim, done. Save. Alright, and back for the third Civ. I think this time we have to do an Infantry Civ. And I'm going to go with... So I'm going to shake things up from Lord of the Rings. And we're going to go Game of Thrones. Oops. Unsullied. There we go. And I got to come up with a good... what would their flag look like? I got to think about this. All right, so I found this picture. We've got kind of this diamond design that I kind of like and I think is gonna be good. So I made something kind of like that with the diamonds, and then we've got sort of the dark muted colors. I guess we go more of a brown color. I don't like that as much. Okay, so we're gonna go gray. I'm gonna go Indian architecture, and this is gonna be our infantry civ. So I'm gonna copy the Incas tech tree, and I'll just do that here for a sec. All right, so we got the Incas here. So notice a lot of infantry. This is going to be our OP infantry civ, and good siege as well. And again, 249 points. So I don't know, the 200 seems kind of low to me. I think typical civs seem to be more in the 250 to 300 range, but there you go. All right, so next, I got to come up with some infantry bonuses. Actually, this is going to be fun. There's a ton to pick from. All right, this one was kind of tough, but I think I got it. So we've got faster attacking infantry, obviously. We've got infantry moving faster. I'm still kind of on the fence about that one. We've also got cheaper infantry, of course. I've got the extra pierce armor, so we're not as weak to archers. I've also got the militia line upgrades for free, which normally you don't get champion from that because Bulgarians don't have that, but we do have champion, so we even get the champion upgrade for free. And of course, wheelbarrow, just a really solid mid-game bonus. And was that all of them? Was that all 6? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I don't know. The infantry moving faster is a bit of a tough sell for me, but I think I talked myself into it. All right, yeah, I went through it again, and I think I'm going to stick with that. So faster moving, I like that a little bit more than the extra attack, and a little bit more than the extra armor. I don't know, I probably should go with the armor or the attack, but we're going to stick with that. And for the unique unit, I'm going to pick the Kamiuk. And for the Castle Age unique tech, there really isn't a great one, so I went with Chieftains, so that if we go full champion here, we're actually going to get a bunch of bonus damage against cavalry. So that seems fine to me. And for the late game, I'm going to go with Druzina for the extra adjacency bonus. I mean, perfusion, so we can make Kamiuks at the barracks. I mean, that would be interesting, because remember, we're getting a discount on everything as well. And there's also Begins. Like, man, there's so many good infantry techs here. There's also the Forced Levy, although I don't know how that's going to work with the discount that we already get. Like with the Goth discount, I don't really want to risk that. So I think we're going to go with this, with Druzina, but man, there's so many good choices here. Okay, so that's it for our OP infantry civ. And next up, I want to make the most overpowered economy civ, which I think I'm just going to call like the civ that can do everything. So that's what we're going to do next. Okay, for this one, I got a bit of an idea cooking up. We're going to call this one, because it can do everything, we're going to call this one Exodia. And let's see, what's going to be just something that represents unstoppable, like it's the best. Actually, that's pretty good. I kind of like that one. Oh no, it's got to be the crown. No, it has to be. All right, and we got to go royal blue. Okay, I'm gonna do this up. I'll be right back. All right, there we go. Pretty simple royal blue with the crown, African architecture. Unfortunately, there's no Egyptian symbol, or that would have been even better for Exodia. But simple to the point, and this just says this is the best civ. Okay, so obviously, since this is the most overpowered civ, I'm just going to give every single technology here, and I'll be right back. And there it is, 380 points. I've unlocked every single technology that there is. So now all that's left to do is come up with some bonuses that basically take the civ completely over the edge and make it ridiculously overpowered. Okay, so this one, I kind of have to paint a picture here. We're going to start with the team bonuses. So I really thought hard about getting the trade units and the Spanish bonus, I think we're going to go farms with 45 more food, and that'll make sense in a second. So Imperial Age Unique Tech, I'm going to go with Recurve Bow, and Castle Age Unique Tech, we're going to give our Cavalry Archers 20 more HP, because what's our unique unit? It's going to be the Manga Die, obviously. Imagine it with all of the upgrades. So normally Mongols don't get all the upgrades. We've got all of the upgrades available. We can then give it 20 more HP and +1 range and attack. That's going to be a beast of a unit in the late game. All right, so let's go back to civ bonuses though. So I got to think of what would just give us a start that like you can't lose with this start. Okay, so we've got cheaper farms for the Teuton's farm bonus, obviously. And plus we're adding 45 more food with our team bonus onto that. So you get these super cheap farms that are going to last a really long time. Also, we start with 3 villagers, 3 extra villagers at the beginning of the game. Now the downside is you lose 50 wood and 200 food. Okay? But we're going to give ourselves 50 more wood and food to start off with. Okay, but I know what you're thinking, but we're housed at the start of the game. Right, but we don't have to build houses. But we start with -100 food, or -100 wood. So I thought about this, and basically what would happen, you start with 200 wood, we would lose 50 from this, and we would lose 100 from this. So we'd only have 50 at the start of the game. So if I went with something like the Lithuanians bonus, we'd have 50 wood. So you'd have to start by chopping stragglers, but not if we pick this one. So we will start with 100 wood. You'll start with 6 villagers, not housed, and you have 50 food. So you can at least queue up a villager right off the bat. So you're basically 3 villagers up on everybody else. In fact, 4 villagers up. No, just 3. So you're 3 villagers up on everybody else. That's crazy. Also, we're gonna have wheelbarrow for our amazing farms. And I think that's all the bonuses. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or maybe there's another one. Oh yeah, there's another one. Also, all our villagers work 5% faster for the entire game. That's crazy. So you basically start with 6 villagers, immediately put them onto sheep. They're all working 5% faster. You've got enough food to queue up 1 villager, and with that first villager that comes out, you can send them and make a lumber camp right away. And at the same time, everybody else has 4 villagers. You've got 6 on sheep, all working 5% faster, and you're starting to get wood. That is insane. So that's my Exodia unbeatable civilization. So we're gonna save that. And now we're gonna make the worst civ. So finding how can we give them 200 points worth of tech tree, and we give them 6 bonuses, but yet make this the most potato civ of all time. So that's the next challenge. All right, so here's gonna be the last civ. We're gonna call this one Fish Out of Water. So the idea here, we've got the anchor, because this is gonna be a complete dead weight on your team if somebody has this civ. So this is gonna be the worst civ, but I have to give them 200 points in their tech tree. I'm gonna have this in mind that this is going to be the worst civ to play Arabia with. So right away, I gotta think about this. You have to be very strategic, because 200 points is the low end of what's recommended. So we've got to do this and pick absolutely the worst thing. So we're gonna give them all the water techs. That's 46 right there. And that means that, yeah, if they're playing on Arabia, this is basically useless. So that's 46 points we've just thrown away for them. And gotta be kind of smart here. Let's give them all the monk techs. Take away redemption, so they can't convert buildings in siege. And we're gonna take away illumination, because it makes them, actually we'll give them illumination. I think theocracy is the worst one to not have. You have to have insane micro in the late game. You take this away, you basically can't use monks in the late game, I feel like. All right, so what else can we give them? I think we have to be at least sort of nice and give them spearmen and skirmisher. I mean, even Turks have that. I think we give them long swordsman, but we don't give them anything else. I think Eagle Scout's too good early on. Supplies is 6 points, but long swordsman with supplies, you start to get like, you know, maybe a really good player could do something with that. Let's go heavy cavalry archer, but you don't get thumb ring, Parthian tactics, or bloodlines. I'll give them light cavalry. You know what? Let's give them Hazard. They need an option, I think. We could give them did we give them crossbow? Okay. Only if we have to, because we have to spend 200 points here. Okay, Eagle Scout. I mean, I don't want to give them Eagle Warrior. Eagle Warrior is too good. All right, for siege, definitely get the siege tower. I think bombard cannon's too good. If you can make heavy scorpion work, go ahead. How about give him mangonel? And battering ram. I hate to give him really, really strong siege. Or maybe it's siege 100. Honestly, do people... That's 10 points to give them, and people rarely get siege 100. So I think that is actually a good way to spend 10 points and not really help the civ. I think we give them nothing. I think we give them armor. If you want to get archer armor, go ahead. Absolutely do not get fletching. Maybe you can give them a little bit of... I mean, they only have long swordsmen, so actually we can give them... you can have fully upgraded... Oh, I gotta be careful. We don't want to make Hussar. So you can have somewhat upgraded long swordsman. We can't make the Hussar too good, so it has no armor and +1 attack. That's gonna be useless. All right, we're already at 145. We only need to spend 200. Okay, you can have architecture. We'll give them Bombard Tower and Keep. That sounds fine. You don't get stone walls. Not giving them murder holes would actually be hilarious. But no, I'll give them murder holes. Okay, arrow slits is fine. This is turning into a tower civ. Alright, siege engineers. I had 7 points. Be a good way to burn 7 points. Okay, we'll come back. I might give them siege towers if we can't quite get to 200. Alright, so they don't get wheelbarrow, that's for sure. But, I mean, we have a heart. We'll give them stone shaft mining. Maybe no gold upgrades. Maybe no wood upgrades. You can have crop rotation, that's fine. You can have guilds. No caravan. Oh, that'd be great. Okay, that's too useless. You gotta give him caravan. No, but the whole point is the civ's terrible. And they're a lead weight on the team. So you don't get caravan. This is too much fun. Alright, I'm gonna give him siege engineers. Got 14 points. Okay, these last 5 points are tough. I could give him gold shaft mining. Is it the end of the world? Sometimes people get gold shaft mining. It's more the gold mining I don't want to give this civ. Oh, I feel so bad about caravan. No wheelbarrow and no double bit axe. Like, this civ is awful, man. Alright, there you go. We'll go with that. That's 201 points. Okay, now we gotta find the most useless civ bonuses. I gotta look through these. I gotta give this a good think. Alright, so I think I've got the worst civ ever here. Okay, first of all, ships plus 10% HP. Obviously, I'm intending for this to be a land civ. Now, we could just go and give them, you know, 6 bonuses for water, but I don't want to overplay that joke. So we'll give them a water bonus. And next, how about this one? Wonders don't cost wood and provide plus 50 to population limit. I cannot imagine that on a 1 vs 1 Arabia, or even a 4 vs 4 Arabia. Like, it would never be worth it. You would not spend 1,000 gold and stone for 50 population limit. So we'll give them that one. I mean, in a situationally with a wonder game, maybe that would be helpful. Gonna give them battle elephant upgrades for free, which they don't have battle elephants, but if they did, that upgrade would be free, so that might be helpful. And land explosive units, double HP. I mean, I could kind of see this being very situationally useful, but to be honest, it's about as bad as it gets. We've also got siege towers, train 100% faster. And finally, your farms have 10 times the amount of HP. I cannot come up with a situation that would be useful, but maybe somebody will find a way. Hopefully not. Okay, for unique unit, I'm going to give them longbowmen. I know what you're thinking, but longbowmen's a good unique unit. It's not when you don't have fletching. So this longbowman's just going to have, like, what? Even elite longbowman's going to have 6 range, and that's it. Okay, I like that. For the Castle Age unique tech, we've got Andean Sling, so skirmishers and slingers. Again, you don't even have elite skirmisher or fletching for this civ. And finally, I'm going to go with Silk Road. Again, you might think that that's... Oh, wait, did I give them caravan? I think I didn't give them caravan. Now I can't even remember. If I did give them caravan, I want to take this away. And maybe I'll give them atheism instead. But that might be really good for a wonder kind of game. Because you have a wonder bonus and also this. I'm going to stick with Silk Road. I really don't like this unique tech. Okay, and finally, team bonus. I mean, is there any doubt? I went through, there's actually some pretty sweet ones, like training spearmen from town centers. That's so cool. But cool as in good. I guess we could give them canoes from docks. That's pretty bad. Siege towers don't cost gold. Markets triple HP. I mean, that's pretty useless. Unless just walls of markets, I guess. Monasteries triple HP. Oh, but they have good monks. No, I think we're just going to go with the Inca's bonus. Farms built 100% faster. So this is my worst 1v1 Arabia Civ I can make, while still giving them 200 points in tech tree and also giving them 6 bonuses from this list. So there you go. So I've gone and I've uploaded all of this. So this is a mod that you can actually look at and play. And so I'm going to show you what it looks like in game. And if you do want to know how to upload it, I'll put a little brief tutorial to that at the end of the video. So let's actually jump in the game and take a look. if you actually want to play these civilizations that I made, you just have to go to Browse Mods, go Spirit of the Law OP, and you just have to subscribe to both the civs and the UI. So now, unfortunately, you actually have to reset the game, but we're going to do that, and then we can finally start playing it. Okay, so now that we're actually in the game, make sure every single time that you play a game with it, you have to turn the data mod on, and you have to reselect it every game. It's kind of annoying. But after that, check this out. They actually show up on the list. Here's the Elves, here's Exodia, Fish Out of Water, Rohirrim, and Unsullied. So you've got all them, and you can even see their bonuses. So off to the right, if I click that one, you can see the Foot Archers, Skirmishers, you know, all these bonuses that we gave them actually show up here. So Commander on, all that stuff. And Fish Out of Water, you can even see we got the ships, the Wonders. Yeah, so it's pretty official. So let's actually jump in, and I kind of want to try Exodia, and I want to show you how crazy their start is. All right, I feel so bad for the AI right now. Okay, so just to pause, let's take a look at this. We've got 6 villagers at the start, no housing cap. I don't need to build any houses. I've got enough to queue up a villager, and I can make a lumber camp. Or actually, let's grab all of our sheep here. So all these villagers are going to jump in. They're all working 5% better. I do need to already find a tree line. I've got one right there. And we'll just go around. Doesn't really matter. I guess we could have these guys just chill. And so I can put down my lumber camp. So now, to be fair, yeah, there's a tiny bit of idle time there. I guess I could have gotten loom. But now I just have to stay on top of it. And I'm basically 3 villagers up on everybody else. You kind of got to watch a little bit at the start. Maybe I'll put on 7, but I mean, what a crazy start. And then looking forward, I've got cheaper farms, I've got wheelbarrow handcart for free, and my villagers are always going to work 5% faster. Now, one issue here is that this tech tree is not accurate. So it doesn't really know how to handle the tech tree, so it actually just treats me as the next civ. Or maybe it's the previous one. Where are the Franks? Okay, so it's a little confused. It's actually replaced the Franks with this civ. And that is a slight issue from, and this is just in the tech tree, is it's showing the Franks, because it gets confused. So there's a different set of instructions you need to do if you want the actual in-game tech tree to reflect it. But honestly, you can just play without that. I don't think it's the biggest deal. So yeah, just to wrap up, I'm gonna show sort of a tutorial of how you can actually upload it. But if you like the look of these civs and you want to play these civs, I mean, you can jump in, you just subscribe to it, and just remember to flip the data mod to the Spirit of the Law OP civs, and you can just start playing them. It's that easy. Okay, I'm actually just having too much fun playing around with this. Check out this Paladin, 212 HP, plus 9 attack. We've also got an Elite Step Lancer, 11 plus 9 attack, 116 HP. This is so crazy. I also should mention that the AI is going to play these kind of weird, but it will actually play them. So I was just looking over here. This is post-Imperial. We've got long swordsmen. You can see they're absolutely awful, but they are at least trying to play. And this is with deathmatch settings and everything, and it kind of knows what to do. It's just going to treat it as a different civilization. But, you know, fair enough. It sort of has some generic strategies it'll play. Okay, and last one, just because I can't stop playing around with this. So Elite Kamyaks for only 19 gold. I mean, their stats don't look that amazing. What are the bonuses again? So they attack faster, they move faster. Oh, your militia line upgrades for free, right. I don't know, it's pretty good, man. And I think all these are going to have Drazina as well. Yeah, that's a lot of Pierce Armor. 4 plus 7. Even 1 plus 7 on the champion. Right, and we also have bonus damage against cavalry. It's so good. And we can train spearmen from town centers. I forgot to check that. So look at this. We actually make halberdiers at our town center. I have Aegis on, so that's why it's so fast. But so your town centers are actually useful after you've done a bunch of booming. That's such a good bonus. Yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up here, and I'll just give a quick tutorial of how to actually upload it. It's incredibly easy. It's just maybe navigating it the first time is a little tricky. So for the next part here, I'm going to assume that you've made a civilization and you want to upload it. All right, so what you do now, once you've got your actual civilizations, I gotta think about this. So we combine the civilizations. So we're gonna create a mod, and then we select all those files that were just saved, and we're gonna put them together. Okay, so now what it's going to do is it's going to make it into a zip file. So we're going to save that. And this zip file is what we're actually going to upload as a mod. Okay, so now that we've got that, we're going to go to the official ageofempires.com site. We're going to sign in. Okay, so now that I'm signed in, I'm going to go to Games, Age of Empires 2DE, Mods, and I'm just going to submit this as a mod. Okay, so now that I've got that filled out, and it is good if you can credit the website so other people know where you got it from. And next, we're going to go down and we're actually going to click the file upload. And you're going to have these, you have two different files. You have to upload the data and the UI file. So we're going to upload the data file here. And for images, he's already given the civilization builder image, so we'll just use that. And I think that's good. So we're just going to submit that. Okay, so this is public now. You can access this and just look up Total OP civs. And now I have to do the same thing for the user interface. Okay, so just a brief description here. And then for uploading the file, I have the UI. I don't have to unzip this or anything. I just take this and upload that. So this is all you have to do if you just want to start playing it, but there is a small bug where you can't see the tech tree in game unless you follow a different set of instructions, which I'll show there and you can pause and follow. And it's not that bad. It does take a couple minutes the first time, but once you figure it out, it's pretty easy. So that's really all there is to it. You just have to remember to actually turn on the data mod in game, as that resets every single time. And if you do all the steps and it's not working, make sure you check that. That's going to be all for this one though. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.